10 Stupidest Dogs That Are Impossible to Train. These dogs will drive you insane, but you'll love them anyway. Brace yourself, these dogs are the stubborn rebels of the canine world. Trying to train them is like trying to herd cats while blindfolded. They'll make you question your sanity, laugh at your attempts, and still somehow end up being the most lovable, loyal companions you'll ever have. But trust me, getting them to listen to you? A whole different beast. These dogs are not interested in your training plans and have a knack for making everything more difficult than it needs to be. If you're up for the challenge, watch the video. Number 1. Afghan Hound, the majestic diva who won't listen. Afghan hounds are the divas of the dog world, majestic, beautiful, and absolutely unwilling to listen. They're the dogs that strut around like they own the place and completely ignore any command you give them. Their aloof, independent nature makes them a nightmare for training, and their distracted attention span will have you pulling your hair out. But hey, they're gorgeous, and they know it. As Reader's Digest points out, if you have the patience and consistency, you might eventually get this beauty to do what you say. But good luck with that. Number 2. Basenji, the I do what I want dog. Basenjis are basically cats in dog form, independent, aloof, and completely uninterested in obeying your commands. They've got a mind of their own, and if they don't feel like doing what you asked, tough luck. You can forget about using treats as motivation. This dog's not doing it unless they feel like it. Training a Basenji is a test of patience and creativity, so be prepared for some serious persistence. As Terrier Center reveals, this dog isn't interested in impressing you, it's too busy doing its own thing. Number 3. Chow Chow, the king of ignoring you. Chow Chows are all about that royal, I'm too important for this attitude. Their aloof demeanor and stubbornness mean they'll do exactly what they want, regardless of what you ask them. If they don't see the benefit in following your command, forget about it, they'll just look at you like you're wasting their time. As Dogster explains, getting a Chow Chow to listen requires endless patience and a ton of persistence. But once you finally break through their icy exterior, you'll have a loyal companion for life. Number 4. Bulldog, the couch potato who's too cool to care. Bulldogs are the definition of laid back, and they're not going to lift a finger unless it involves food or napping. Their stubbornness and laziness make them notoriously difficult to train, especially if you're hoping for a dog that's eager to please. These dogs will look at you, roll their eyes, and then curl back up for a nap. As our D.com points out, bulldogs are more interested in lounging than learning commands. But if you can catch their attention with some tasty treats, you might just get a sit out of them. Maybe. Number 5. Beagle, the distracted detective who can't focus. Beagles are the Sherlock Holmes of the dog world, except instead of solving mysteries, they're following every single scent they encounter. Trying to train them is like having a conversation with someone who's constantly distracted by something shiny. Their noses are so strong that their attention span evaporates faster than you can say, treat. As Dogster highlights, beagles will happily ignore your commands in favor of whatever's wafting through the air. If you can keep their attention focused long enough, you'll get somewhere. But be prepared for lots of distractions. Number 6. Siberian Husky, the defiant genius who does whatever they want. Siberian Huskies are smart, really smart, and that's exactly why they're so stubborn. Bred for independence and endurance, Huskies are not interested in following commands just because you said so. They'd much rather do their own thing, no matter how hard you try to convince them otherwise. Training a Husky is like trying to convince a teenager to do their homework. It's an exercise in frustration. As Embrace Pet Insurance points out, Huskies are not the obedient dogs you see in movies. They're too busy being independent thinkers to bother with your sit commands. Number 7. Borzoi, the ghostly, elegant rebel. Borzoi are stunning dogs, but when it comes to training, they're practically ghosts. These regal beauties are known for their aloofness and their tendency to do whatever they please. Training a Borzoi is like trying to catch smoke, it's almost impossible. Their independent nature means they won't follow your commands unless they feel like it. As Pango Vet puts it, Borzoi will make you work for every ounce of cooperation, and even then, they'll still maintain their air of mystery. Number 8. Dalmatian, the spotted dynamo that never slows down. Dalmatians are full of charm, energy, and unfortunately, stubbornness. These dogs are notorious for their short attention spans and high-strung personalities, making training sessions feel like an endless test of patience. Dalmatians are intelligent but easily bored, so you'll need to mix things up constantly to keep them engaged. Add in their boundless energy, and you've got a recipe for chaos if you're not prepared. According to Pet Finder, they're best suited for experienced owners who can provide consistent training and plenty of physical activity. Otherwise, they'll happily ignore your commands in favor of their own agenda. Number 9. Jack Russell Terrier, the hyperactive, unstoppable dynamo. Jack Russell Terriers are tiny, but don't let their size fool you. These dogs are bundles of pure energy and stubbornness. Trying to get them to focus on anything for more than 5 seconds is like trying to teach a hamster to do math. Jack Russells are smart, but they're also hyperactive and full of energy, meaning they'll spend most of their time bouncing off the walls instead of listening to you. As Chewy explains, training a Jack Russell means battling an endless supply of energy and distractions. Number 10. Shiba Inu, the independent, sassy genius. Shiba Inus are the epitome of sass and independence. These dogs are incredibly smart, but they're also stubborn as mules. Trying to train a Shiba Inu is like trying to convince a cat to take a bath. They'll look at you like you're crazy and do exactly the opposite of what you ask. As Dogster points out, these dogs are independent thinkers who don't care much for your authority. If you're lucky, they'll occasionally listen. If not, good luck getting them to do anything. These dogs are the rebels, the troublemakers, and the ones that will challenge your patience in ways you never thought possible. But if you're up for the challenge, they'll be your loyal, stubborn companions, proving that sometimes the toughest dogs make the best friends. Thanks for watching.